Did you see the family friend of the Boeing whistleblower speak on local news? I did not.
I know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way.
First tonight, our investigative reporter Ann Emerson has new information in the death of Boeing whistleblower John Barrett. A close family friend of Barrett says he predicted he might wind up dead, that a story could surface that he killed himself. But he told her, don't believe it. Ann?
Tessa, Barnett's family friend Jennifer said they had talked about this exact scenario playing out, but his words seemed like a premonition. He told her, don't ever believe it.
I knew John because his mom and my mom are best friends. And so over the years, get-togethers, birthdays, celebrations, and, whatnot, we've all got together and talked. And, that's how we really know each other.
And when Jennifer needed help one day, Barrett came by to see her. They talked about his upcoming depositions in Charleston. Jennifer knew he filed an extremely damaging complaint against Boeing. He says the aerospace giant retaliated against him when he blew the whistle on unsafe practices. For more than 30 years, Barrett was a quality manager. He'd recently retired and moved back to look after his mom in Louisiana.
He wasn't concerned about safety because I asked him, I said, aren't you scared? And he said, and his voice and the way he would talk, no, I ain't scared. He said, but if anything happens to me, it's not suicide. I know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way. He loved life too much. He loved his family too much. He loved his brothers too much to put them through what they're going through right now.
And he basically told you not to believe it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm confused why they assassinated the guy. Hasn't it now caused a Streisand effect? Didn't know about the leak before he died? Okay. Two things. One, when the Boeing whistleblower used to work at Boeing for 32 years before leaving and launching a 7-year-long campaign of whistleblowing, before he did this, he did it. He was a quality control guy there for 30 years. However, I do not believe that he may or may not have been allegedly, hypothetically assassinated because he was about to blow the whistle further on the new products that the DOJ is currently launching an investigation into. The DOJ investigation is looking into the newer fleets, the ones that have like the doors busting out of them and stuff. Those fleets are long after his time had ended at Boeing. I do not believe that he has additional information on the 737 MAX. I think this is more so a message for others that may perhaps work in quality assurance and quality control that may get different ideas about speaking out of turn. A lot of people think like, oh, they directly killed him because he had the secrets. It's like, no, I don't think he had like extra secrets. I think he was very open about what he worked on, company culture, and how that led to the demise of Boeing that you are watching unfold right now. And I think that obviously he had a deposition as well. But this is more about, in my opinion, if he was actually assassinated and he didn't kill himself, right? Very likely that is the case. It was not about new information that he was going to reveal about the MAX, the 737 MAXes, which is currently being investigated by the Department of Justice, but instead, it was more so to be like, don't fucking talk to everyone that currently works at Boeing. For the record, even if he did actually legitimately kill himself, that responsibility is directly in the hands of Boeing for making his life a living hell. So, there is no way out of this conversation. Now, before you go, oh, well, Barbara Streisand, like, he's this reveals the ongoing other leaks that Boeing was dealing with. That's a cost benefit analysis that I'm sure Boeing made if they were responsible for his demise, which I think they probably were. Since he's already a whistleblower, it's possible others thought of going to him to expose new stuff. Maybe. So that's something to think about. Man, if I was this guy's family, I'd be going absolutely postal on a biblical scale at Boeing, man. This shit makes my blood boil so fucking hard. Yeah. Okay, I think everyone should stop making jokes about jokes that you're making. We're gonna start banning mods. Start timing out people that make, jokes about certain things in the chat. Come on, this is like a very serious situation.
Not true. He's got too much to do, likes breathing. And he did. He had a lot of plans of things that he wanted to do.
What do you think happened?
I think somebody got in there and made, money can buy anything nowadays, it seems like. I think,
You seem eager to believe in assassination, in my honest opinion. Corporate assassins make for great fiction, but in reality, only state actors can pull off assassinations. First of all, wrong. Secondly, Boeing is a defense contractor. The fuck do you mean state actors can only pull off assassinations? Boeing basically is a state actor. Every fucking American mega corporation, that especially on the defense side, is basically just outsourced state actors. And yes, you are wrong. Coca-Cola has killed union leaders in Colombia. Shell literally has utilized warlords, like competing warlords in Nigeria. And also, there is a long history of, United Fruit Company, exactly. There's a long history. It's an American tradition at this point to utilize the arm of the state to enforce other countries through violent means into doing whatever the fuck we want them to do. Like the state in the United States of America, we are not a real state that cares about the citizens. We are like around 50 companies in one fucking trench coat. The state operates at the behest of corporations, not in the opposite direction like you see in a place like China, for example. So state actors have engaged in violent actions, specifically at the behest of American corporations. So that's pretty funny to be like, well, only state actors can kill people. Come on now.
Somebody didn't like what he had to say and wanted to shut him up and didn't want it to come back on anyone. So that's why they made it look like a suicide.
The last time she saw Barnett, it was at her father's funeral in late February. He was one of the pallbearers.
Like, what do you guys think the invasion of Iraq was for? Like, how can you... What do you think that was about? Bro, they had literally mapped out the previously nationalized for many years Iraqi oil fields before the Operation Iraqi Democracy and Freedom, okay? Yeah, it was for friendship. It was for managed democracy. Yeah, so weird that, like, isn't that a myth? No, it is not a myth. What the fuck? What is going on? It's reductive in some ways, but it is not a myth at all. What the fuck? famously, the only ministry that was not fucking blown into bits and rubble was the Ministry of Energy in Iraq in Operation Shock and Awe. The only ministry that was kept around, I meant the map specifically. I know they were behind it. No, the maps aren't a myth. Wait, what? You do realize that, like, there are, like, open, this is not like a secret at all, that they literally, like, the very same people that were responsible for the invasion of Iraq had a decade prior openly petitioned Congress to invade Iraq. Cheney was the chairman and CEO of Halliburton Company from 1995 to 2000 and has received stock options from Halliburton. In the run-up to the Iraq War, Halliburton was awarded a $7 billion contract for which only Halliburton was allowed to bid. The only myth is the top of the hour ad break, and you can only think of that as a myth if you are already subscribed and no longer see the top of the hour ad break. Okay? That's the only myth there is. But it is a very stark reality for those who are not subscribed, because for them, they see a 3-minute ad break. And that sucks. So subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Thank you, V Pricks, for the 5. Thank you, 34MKD50 with the 50 big ones, and Lazy K for the 5 community gifted subs. Mike Malek, aka Hey Big Mike, is going to be here soon, by the way.
Sometimes family and friends refer to him by his middle name, Mitch.
I think everybody is in disbelief and can't believe it. And I told everybody that I don't care what they say. I know that Mitch didn't do that.
And just because Mitch Barnett is dead doesn't mean this case won't move forward.
I think
6.69 out of 10. That's a low ass rank.